I wanted to kill myself. I didn't want to live anymore. I saw no reason to live. Man, mental health is everything. In my opinion, as someone who has had mental health challenges, my mental health has not always been good. And someone who has also worked with others with mental health issues, right? Certified mental health first aid, took a couple of courses. I've always been reading psychology and understanding, thought process and how it affects behavior or impacts behavior, and all of that stuff. And so, kind of from both sides, from like a therapeutic side and from someone who has themselves dealt with extreme mental health issues, I know that, again, in my opinion, and my expertise tells me that your physical health, your financial health, your spiritual health, the health of your relationships, all of it is a direct result, a culmination of your mental health. Your mental health, that's your thought process, that's your emotions, that's everything that affects up here. That affects all of your emotions. You're happy, you're sad, the cries, the tears, the laughs, the joy, the what to celebrate, the what not to be bothered, the isolation, the desire to be liked, the desire to be accepted, the overwhelming desire, right? Because I think we we take that out of context. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I think the third human need is a sense of belonging, right? To belong to a family, to belong to something. And so we all seek that. From birth, we seek to connect. We seek to connect with others, knowing that we're great, knowing that we're divine, that we're powerful, because we know innately that we are stronger together, that we are greater as one than we are separate. And so, man, mental health. I've had some mental health battles, man. I remember in 2003, I sat with a gun to my head, contemplating suicide. I wanted to kill myself. Yeah, I wanted to kill myself. I didn't want to live anymore. I saw no reason to live. At that time, I was 19 years old. My girlfriend at the time had just aborted a set of twins. She was 5.5 months pregnant. She had a 2-day procedure to get rid of some twins that we created. Twin boys that we created. Now, mind you, at the time I was extremely upset. I was angry at her. But I gave her every reason. I started messing with another girl. I got shot that summer. I was in the streets. It was crazy. And she already had a daughter by someone who she wasn't with. And she didn't want to be in that position again of having 2 more children and not staying with the dad and having to fend for herself and find someone else and try to juggle that whole life of reconnecting and dating and all of that stuff. So now, 16 years later, I understand for sure. I get it. And her and I, we speak often. Well, not as often lately, but we're friends, But that was going on when I was 19. Me and my mom didn't have the best relationship. Again, I got shot that summer. So I was just feeling crazy. I still had not gotten over the fact that my dad had passed just 8 years earlier. Where I was still grieving my dad daily. I was still grieving my sister who passed 5 years earlier in '98. I was still grieving her daily. Friends were being killed, right? So life was rough, man. Life was rough. And it was tough because I still had a dream. I still had this vision for myself, but I was so far removed from it. Like so far removed from it. But I had the dream of doing what I'm doing now, building my community. Doing film, doing activism, traveling, speaking, and all of that stuff, And so I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful to have grown through those mental health struggles, particularly when I was 19 years old and I sat with a gun to my head. I've had, a lifelong battle with my mental health from younger until just recently, right? I was able to really, really gain control and understand the workings of my own brain and my own emotions and how everything is connected to it. And so mental health matters. And we can't take it lightly anymore. We have to put more. We have to really shine a spotlight on mental health. Mental health doesn't mean like we say you have mental health. No, mental health, everyone has mental health. Mental health is literally the health of your mental. So we have mental health disease, mental health illness, mental health wellness. And we want to get to a place of wellness. We want to get to a place of wellness. Shout out to the elder Asantua Harris, Mama Asantua, Mama A, because she introduced me to Wellness Wednesdays. You know, Wellness Wednesdays. I met her at City College some years back, and she was doing Wellness Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays she was growing, you know, teaching how to grow food and all of this stuff. But wellness is the key. Wellness is the key. Mental wellness, physical wellness, spiritual, emotional wellness, financial wellness. You know, you want wellness in your relationships. So you want to claim wellness, but to claim wellness, you have to first acknowledge your mental health state. And what state is your mental in right now? And we got to be honest with self. And again, we all go through things. We all experience trauma. So please don't be afraid to speak to someone. Don't be afraid to reach out. And not just to someone who you know, who will just listen to give you the advice that you want to hear, but someone who doesn't know you, someone you don't know, someone who you may not be so comfortable with. Like you got to work to get comfortable, meaning, right? But it's not like this is my homeboy, it's my homegirl, I can tell you anything. It's that too, but yeah, you need someone who is trained in an area that can help you process better. Sometimes it is your friends. I know I'm that friend. I'm that friend where, you know, again, grateful that I've been studying my own mental health for a long time. For the better part of my life, 35 years, I've been, you know, once I became aware of my mental, because I grew up in Queensbridge, and there was shootings a lot. There was, some days I would be walking to school, and you see a chalk outline, dead bodies, you see crack valves, you see everything. This is the early 90s, 90, 91, 92, right? And even in 89, when I'm just going across the street to school, right, to the nursery. But man, mental health, we need to put more resources. We need to put more money. We need to do more films. We need to create more art. You know, highlighting the different mental health issues. Having various people who are experiencing, who have experienced the various mental health issues, sharing their stories, getting their truths, and also helping them to find new truths if they need. Mental health is an extremely important issue. To me, it is the most important issue or subject of life. It is the state of your mental, because in ancient Kemetic philosophy or ancient Hermetic philosophy, thought teaches that all is mind, that all is mental, and so everything, your whole world is created from your mental. And so if the state of your mental health is not good, right? If your mental is not in good health, then what do you think your reality is? Mental Health Awareness Week. Peace.